You're back in the old school. Hey guys, I'm the Retro Reject, and today I've got an MLP theory for you. Wait a minute, Retro Reject. Didn't you promise in your last video that you were going to be making something new? A theory isn't something new. We've seen it before. Calm down, reaction to me pretending to be the audience. We cannot withhold this information of what I'm about to tell them. I mean, this could forever change what they think is going to happen in My Little Pony Season 9. And also, I don't have the new Titanosaurus Mechagodzilla adventure ready yet, so I'm just going to make this video to extend my period of time. But don't worry, next episode is going to be something new. Okay, so if you couldn't probably tell, I am excited about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 9. Not only because since I created 2 live streams last week devoting my time to My Little Pony, but also, it's going to be interesting because, well, it's going to be the final season. And, sure, it is going to be upsetting. We're going to have to say farewell to one of the greatest television shows for kids and adults alike. And, especially when watching the trailers, probably most of you were like this. Of course, even though we were watching those trailers with tears in our eyes, every MLP fan was excited when this moment popped up. Oh yeah, King Sombra's back! As much as this moment exploded the minds of every MLP fan, it also raised a lot of questions. Well, like, why does King Sombra have an interest in Flurry Heart? And for the most of you who probably have never watched My Little Pony and are not even fans of it, don't worry, I'm going to explain why, because I have a theory of why King Sombra has an interest in Flurry Heart, and I'm going to be explaining both how they came to be, so you won't be lost. So without further ado, let's get on into it! Now, King Sombra's story begins over 1,000 years ago in the MLP universe. Now, King Sombra, he was basically a cruel dictator to his empire, or the Crystal Empire to be exact. He basically forced all of his subjects into slavery just to please his own will. And until he was ultimately defeated by Princess Celestia and Princess Luna. Now, of course, 1,000 years forward, Twilight Sparkle and her friends, they go to the Crystal Empire because they have to stop King Sombra again because he's returned and he's just trying to take over the Crystal Empire again. But King Sombra was ultimately defeated by Twilight Sparkle and her friends because, I mean, it's a kid-friendly show. I mean, you gotta please your audience. But even though they did show slavery, so they let that slide. Now, there is also a few key things I want you to remember from this episode. So first off, King Sombra is an expert in dark magic. Now, what dark magic is basically, unlike other unicorns in the MLP universe, whenever they use their magic, it has kind of this sparkly color aura around their horns. But whenever King Sombra uses his magic, his horn area is basically like rigid and dark. Another key thing I want you to remember is as King Sombra was trying to take over the Crystal Empire, Twilight Sparkle's brother, Shining Armor, he tried to step in to stop King Sombra, but he was struck down by one of Sombra's magic blasts, and it caused dark crystals to form around his horn, which prevented him from using his magic. But when he was defeated, of course, they went away. Now, Flurry Heart is the daughter of Shining Armor and Princess Cadance, and other than that, she's just a baby character. It's basically Hasbro's attempt to try to bring more life back into the series. But there is one thing that's different about her. She is an alicorn, and it's clearly stated in the series as well, you can't be born an alicorn. You either have to earn your wings or your horn, or both. And also that means she is basically has uncontrollable flight ability and also uncontrollable magic. So you're now probably thinking, well, how do these characters relate to each other? Like, what's the importance of them? Now, of course, in Season 9, most people think that it's, just King Sombra's way of trying to get leeway to gain back the Crystal Empire. It's like, oh, I got your daughter now, so give me the Empire and I'll hand her back. But I think there's something a little bit bigger going on. Now remember, I did say that Shining Armor, Flurry Heart's father, was affected by King Sombra, which was when he used a magic blast on Shining Armor's horn, which was then surrounded by dark crystals. So what I think happened was that Sombra used a magic spell on Shining Armor to basically, if Sombra was destroyed, he could easily get into those dark crystals and then basically take shape into his body, of course without him knowing. And the reason why I think that Shining Armor wouldn't notice is because in Season 2, when Shining Armor and Princess Cadance were getting married, Queen Chrysalis, another popular villain from MLP, disguised herself as Princess Cadance and basically used a mind control spell on Shining Armor. Okay, here comes the awkward part. Okay, so whenever Shining Armor and Cadance did it, whatever dark magic King Sombra used, it would have gone from Shining Armor into Cadance, and then which I think would have turned Flurry Heart into whatever race she was in Princess Cadance's womb into an alicorn. And now, since in a sense that King Sombra is now a part of Flurry Heart, since she has like this uncontrollable magic and flight, that uncontrollable power would have most likely gone into Sombra, because technically since he was destroyed, he could be using Flurry Heart as a way to build himself back up in power. So technically, in a sense, Flurry Heart is actually the daughter of King Sombra and Cadance. So what I think is going to happen in Season 9 is that, well, since Flurry Heart's power is fueling King Sombra, he's going to come back to life, in which then he invades the Crystal Empire and basically, in a sense, tries to get his daughter back. And which then he would keep her close to him so that he can continue to use her power to basically strengthen his magic. And also, possibly, he's going to try to corrupt her to join his side. Well, I mean, this is also a fun side note, even though I don't think it was intentional. King Sombra was introduced in Season 3. Flurry Heart was introduced in Season 6. They come together in Season 9. So yeah, in My Little Pony Season 9, I basically think King Sombra is actually Flurry Heart's father, and that it's going to be revealed that he's basically been using Flurry Heart this whole time, her own power, to get his own power back. And, of course, I know this video has been short, but, I mean, I feel like it needed to be said, considering that I had to beat the April 6th release of actual Season 9. And since I don't have access to watching that on TV, I'm going to have to wait until the Netflix release comes out, as probably most of you others out there are going to probably do. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, whatever the heck you want to do, and see you guys next time. The old school is out!